Hey there, it's Kristen. This is for all the practice owners out there. I just wanted to make sure you were aware that the wrong digital marketer could actually tank your business. That's right, tank your business. And here's why. I want to just show you an email that I got recently from someone who's opening a brand new digital marketing agency. And let's take a look at how this could be trouble with a capital T for you if you're a practice owner and you're not really understanding what you're looking for. So I'm going to share my screen. And let's take a look at the email first. So this email came a few days ago, and basically this is Anissa Holmes. She is the founder of Delivering Wow, or Delivering Wows, I believe is how she says it. Anyway, she's big time out there in the dentist industry, and for good reason. She's really good at what she does. She's a dentist, and so she understands what it's like from the clinical side, and she understands marketing. She's actually in Russell Brunson's inner circle, and some would say she's killing it, right? So she's announcing the launch of Delivering Wow's agency. And by the way, this isn't about Delivering Wow's agency, and this isn't about Anissa Holmes. I've actually met her. She's a fantastic person. I'm just using this as a case study to kind of show what you as a practice owner should really be looking for in an agency and why. So in the email, it says that they're going to offer to do a do-it-for-you approach to all of your dental marketing. So if you're a dentist, this would be something you would probably get in your email too. They're going to build and customize your funnel in your ClickFunnels account. They're going to set up all your email drip campaigns and your Facebook audiences and run your ads. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? All right, well, let's take a look a little bit further. And while we do this, I want you to remember she's using ClickFunnels to run the ads. She's got some sort of email drip campaign going on. We don't know who the email vendor is for that. And they're developing Facebook audiences, which may or may not include needing access to your current patient list. Okay, so let's take a look. I went to the funnel just to see more about this agency, and I found what I fully expected is a beautiful funnel. She does a great job on this. This is why she's good at what she does, right? And as you look through here and you see she's covering the things that, you know, kind of become obstacles for the dentists and trying to do their own marketing. And this is all really great content, and it's all wonderful until you get down to this part down here where she talks about running your ads. So if you're a dentist, it sounds pretty good, right? She's going to run your ads. You don't have to worry about it, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So what's she doing in those ads? That's the question. Is it going to fall under HIPAA? So she's bringing you leads, and all you have to do is follow up. So now we know she's offering to do lead generation. So let's dig into that just a little bit further so we understand whether lead generation actually falls under HIPAA. If we go into the hhs.gov website, you can see I'm on their official website, and we take a look at the definition of a business associate, we can see that it's someone who is involved in the use or disclosure of individually identifiable health information. Now that's actually two things. That's individually identifiable information, which could be a name, an email address, or a phone number for sure. And those are actually on the defined list the government provides. But it also has to be health information. And this is where people get a little bit confused. So we'll scroll down a little bit and take a look at what the definition is for that. So protected health information is individually identifiable health information, including demographic data that relates to, and this is where it gets interesting, the individual's past, present, or future physical or mental health condition, provision of healthcare to the individual, or past, present, or future payment for the provision of healthcare services, right? So you see the word future in here a couple of times because they're trying to make it really clear that future patients count. Now, the way that I would explain this to somebody from a lead generation standpoint is that when someone opts into your Facebook ad, let's say, they give their name and email, okay, or maybe their phone number too, in exchange for whatever that offer of that service is, whether it's a free consult, schedule an appointment opportunity, some kind of a discount or a coupon off of some service that you're offering. When somebody opts into that ad, they're giving you their individually identifiable information in exchange for a future provision of care, okay? That's what they're doing. They're connecting themselves with your practice in the context of a future provision of care. Now, you can see future counts in the definition, so it's really clear that future provision of care counts under the law. So let's take this a little bit further. By the way, just in what we've looked at so far, what we know now is that Anissa's Delivering Wow's agency, or any other digital marketing agency out there, would actually constitute what's called a business associate under the law, because they're doing lead generation, which is managing PHI. It's actually creating PHI, and all the things that happen after that all have to be HIPAA compliant. So dig in a little further. She's using ClickFunnels. Remember, we saw that, right? So ClickFunnels is a software application that is hosted by the vendor. It's not something you buy and download and put locally on your computer. Okay, so the question on this government website, again, hhs.gov, FAQs, is a software vendor a business associate? Okay, well, let's dig into that. So providing software doesn't make them a business associate, but if the software company hosts the software that contains that patient information, which clearly they're going to have access to those leads, okay, on their own server, or they access patient information even when just troubleshooting software functions, so even their help desk, if that's all that had access to your data, that would count, then they are a business associate, plain and simple. The government's basically saying if the software vendor, such as ClickFunnels, has access to protected health information on your behalf, then they are a business associate. And the covered entity would be required to enter into a business associate agreement before allowing the company access to your PHI. So this is where it starts to get very interesting. Now, just to take that a step further, let's see what ClickFunnels says about using their software application for medical marketing. In the ClickFunnels terms and conditions of use and sale, which was last updated April 16th of this year, 2019, so fairly recent, right? If we do a quick search on some keywords, and I typically will type in things like HIPAA or medical or associate, looking for something that has to do with a business associate, or I'll type in law or sensitive, and I found it actually by typing in health. If you go through these terms of service, you often find little gems, right? So let's go see what they said. ClickFunnels themselves has a section in their terms of service under the heading of sensitive information. And what they say is that you cannot use their software for anything involving sensitive, personal health, or financial information of any kind. Uh-oh. So now we have an agency, and there are many of them out there, using a non-compliant software application to do lead generation, which we just found out that leads are future patients. And if they aren't, by the way, if you're a marketer and you're doing lead generation and you don't fully understand that a lead is a future patient, you maybe should switch jobs. You should go into something else, because that's what we're trying to do, right? Is create leads which will turn into future patients for our medical clients. If you're a practice owner and you're just now finding this out though, let's see what the government says about that. So the next question is the covered entity, and we're talking about the doctors in this case, whoever would be hiring that agency, are you liable or required to monitor the actions of a business associate? Now, we just covered that the marketer or the digital marketing agency is a business associate under the law when it comes to medical marketing and lead generation. And so the question is, are you liable for that? Well, you're not required to monitor, you're not required to monitor the business associate. However, if you're a practice owner and you have just discovered that your current digital marketer or marketing company actually needs to be compliant and sign a business associate agreement with you, and you have to do due diligence to make sure that they can comply with it and all of the stuff, right? If you are just now finding out that your digital marketer actually falls under HIPAA as a business associate, here's what the government expects you to do. If a covered entity finds out about a material breach or violation of the contract by the business associate, remember this is your marketer, then you must take reasonable steps to cure the breach or end the violation. Alrighty, so I guess it's time to have a very important conversation with your current digital marketer if you have one. If you're unsuccessful in that conversation, the government requires you to terminate the contract with the business associate. So if you are a practice owner with a current digital marketer performing lead generation services for you, then you have to have a serious conversation with them, and you need to help them understand that they're a business associate under the law, and then some things need to get into check pretty quickly. Now, the government tends to give windows of like 30 days or so on that, and so it is a pretty quick turnaround, and by the way, that's almost impossible to do that in 4 weeks. However, if you can't make that happen, then you have to actually fire them, okay, and look for someone else who can help you with it. So that brings me to the next thing that I want to talk about, and I'll just give you an example of how this can actually work to your benefit if you're a digital marketer. Now, we have a client who posted this not too long ago. Small victory today, been brewing for a couple of weeks, actually got a client to leave their current marketer because of HIPAA non-compliance. There is a definite opportunity here if you're in the digital marketing space and you want to serve your clients at a higher level. In fact, if you're a practice owner and you want to learn how to do medical marketing right, and also avoid picking the wrong marketer who could actually tank your business, or if you're a marketer who wants to serve your clients at a higher level of service, and you understand their accountability under the law and you want to support them in that, then the best next thing for you to do would really be to get involved in our community on Facebook. So the best thing would be for me to point you to HIPAA.icu/secrets group. This is a Facebook group that's dedicated entirely to this topic of HIPAA compliance in the space of digital marketing, social media marketing, right? And we can help you with all kinds of things. And that's really why the group was formed, is so that we can actually give people value and educate and make sure that you understand, you know, the behaviors and the tools and all of the things that go along with doing this right. Because we don't want, as a practice owner, to see you get in trouble. And we definitely don't want to see the marketers end up in a situation where they're getting you in trouble. Now, if you want to take it a step further and you just want to hop on a call with us so we can talk about this, then feel free to go to HIPAA.icu/call, and you'll see this page here where you can actually schedule a call to talk with us about how we could even help you move further down the line in this. So that's two things that you could do. You could join the Facebook group, HIPAA, you got to spell it right, HIPAA, HIPAA.icu/secrets group. And if you want to get on a call with us because you just want to move forward, then it's HIPAA.icu/call. We'll see you in the group.